Hi everybody, Connor here. This time I'm not making so much a tutorial, it's more of a review video of the new macOS 10 Lion. It came out yesterday, which was the 20th of July 2011, and so far I like it a lot, and I would say, because I use a lot of the default Mac applications, like for example Mail, iChat, there are definitely good updates to those, and so if you're into those default Mac applications, you'll definitely like Lion. So for starters, iChat, if you're like me and you have multiple chat accounts, on the previous iChat versions you would have to have multiple windows open if you had multiple accounts. This time it's all compiled into one. That's a simple new feature that's very nice. Another thing that I noticed, if you mostly in Mail actually, and I noticed that the Twitter application has this, but like if you misspell a name or a word while typing, Lion will autocorrect it if it's obvious what word you're trying to type, and it works very, very well. I was impressed. So that's the other thing. Mail is updated. I don't want to go into the actual Mail application because there's a lot of personal information in there, but if you look online at the screenshots of the new Mail, you can see how they've really optimized Mail for using the whole screen. In the previous Mail versions, in my opinion, a lot of screen space was wasted with the sidebar and stuff like that. But now they really optimize it. It's a lot like the iPad version of Mail. And then they updated iCal. I actually don't particularly care for the iCal update, or at least the looks. I mean, if you look at the top toolbar here in iCal, you can see that they're going for some kind of leather desktop calendar look, and I don't know, it just looks too forced and not really all that good. So and while we're in iCal, you'll notice that a lot of the native Mac applications now that are updated for Lion have this small icon at the top right, double arrow, that signals that you can go into full screen mode, and if you click that, you can see the Mac status bar disappears and the window stuff from the top disappear, and then you can't see it, but I have a second monitor here, and this other background slides out onto your other monitors. It's weird, but anyway, this is good for productivity reasons, and I can definitely see that. For example, Xcode now supports the full screen mode. I could see when developing that would be helpful, just to kind of keep you focused in on what you're doing. And so if I move my mouse back up there, I can see my Mac status bar, and so if I didn't want to use the key command and I wanted to get out full screen mode, you can see there's a button up here on the status bar with the double arrows that are, it's opposite of the full screen mode, or this is to go back into normal mode. And then also there's a key command for exiting full screen mode, so I'll go ahead and do that. So there we go. And another thing I don't really like about Lion at the moment is the animations, especially from toggling full screen mode. They take a good amount of time. iCal not so much, or not as much as Mail. Mail just is, and Chris Perillo mentioned this yesterday on one of his videos. The Mail animations are just, there's too many of them and they take way too long. So anyway, so I'm going to quit iCal. No, I'll keep that open for now, I guess. I'm going to go into Mission Control, and you can see there that I have a corner set up, so when I move my mouse over there, it opens up my Mission Control. But basically this replaces the old spaces And so, well, my key commands to switch spaces still work. Well, for some reason, not right now. Oh, there we go. Just really slow for some reason this morning. But anyway, yeah, if you go up into your whatever corner you set up mission control as, it'll show you your different desktops. Instead of calling them spaces, they're called desktops now. And basically what you can do, if you want to create a new desktop, or you have multiple applications in one desktop and you want to you know, move all of them into their own separate desktops, all you gotta do is drag it out here and it creates a new desktop. Looks like that it's taking a little while. There we go. Okay, I don't know why, but the animations are really slow while doing a screen record. So then you can also set up mission control so that it shows your dashboard as a desktop. So there it is. Press escape. Oh. And so yeah, there's mission control. So if I wanted to go to the desktop where like I just moved Chrome, I could click on that. If I wanted to move Chrome back to the desktop 2 and get rid of this new one, just press that X. So pretty straightforward there. Mission control is very nice. I like it. Another feature that I've found not all that useful, because you know we've always had the applications folder right here, or the stack, you know, in the dock that you could click and view all your applications, and you've always used Spotlight. Those are both very quick ways to find applications. Now Apple has put in what's called Launchpad, and it basically mimics the iOS and iPad home screen, you know, where you have this these indicators that tell you what page you're on, and you just page through all of your applications. I don't know why they didn't integrate it into the applications stack. That would have made a lot of sense, but you know, it's its own separate thing. You can create folders like on iOS. Once again, there's more animation. You know, it's too much. It's becoming too much for me, and especially since I have an old MacBook with an integrated graphics card, it's not overly well performing. So yeah, there's Launchpad. When you install stuff from the Mac App Store on Lion, they immediately go into your Launchpad. They no longer go straight to your dock. And well, that's basically it about Launchpad. So something I noticed when I first started up Lion is like the scrolling was backwards. So in other words, if you tried to go downward in the traditional sense, or tried to scroll downward in the traditional sense, it would go up. And you know, same things goes if you tried to, like, if you flipped upward, it would go downward. So you can change that if you go into your system preferences, go into mouse, and deselect this move content in the direction of finger movement when scrolling or navigating. So if you're like me and you didn't like that feature, they're trying to make it more like the you know, as if you're interacting with the page itself, you know. So kind of like on a touchscreen, like on the iPad or iOS devices, but it just doesn't work, especially if you're using a scroll wheel, you know, on a external mouse. It just didn't make sense to me. And before I end this video, I'm going to talk about the new hardware updates from Apple that came out yesterday. So they have the new MacBook Airs. Supposedly they are 2.5 times faster than the old versions of the MacBook Airs, and they are updated to the Core i5 and i7 processors. The top of the line by default comes with the 1.7 gigahertz dual core i5, and then it's upgradable to 1.8 gigahertz i7 dual core. So that's actually pretty dang nice, and you know, with the flash storage, overall the system is pretty dang speedy. Just for me, I don't particularly like the 11-inch. You know, that just seems way too small. Then also, if you're looking for a cheap way to get into a Mac desktop system, the Mac Mini is perfect. It starts at $600 and it is actually quite speedy now. They just updated them yesterday. The top of the line comes default with the 2.5 gigahertz dual core i5. It's upgradable to 2.7 gigahertz dual core i7. Up to 8 gigabytes of RAM. And actually comes with a real graphics card rather than an integrated graphics card like the previous Mac Mini version. So, you know, all in all, performance-wise, a good update. Still, you know, the Mac Mini is considerably cheaper than any other Apple laptop, even the Mac, even more so than the MacBook Air. So, if you don't really need a laptop, but you want a Mac, the Mac Mini is definitely a good choice. So anyway, that's all I have to say. This video, thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, follow me on Tumblr. My URL is connordemon.com. On Twitter, it's connordemon, or yeah, @connordemon. And so, thanks for watching.